And we realized if we're ever going to go capture our dreams, now's the time. So on the back end of the Great Recession is when we started HALO, and we realized we weren't getting any younger, and if we were going to do it, we needed to make hay while the sun was shining. My name's Greg Camp, co-founder and owner of HALO Waterfowl. Spent a lot of time in the outdoors and hunting, fishing, and for so many years of going out and just being with my dad, being with my brother, getting the hand-me-downs, the clothes that your dad passed down to you as a young man, how nothing ever fit right. And my brother Chase and I always talked about, man, I wish I had that new jacket, I wish I had these new clothes. And one day we just started talking about, design and what it would be like to have our own line. And my brother and I had always been very passionate about the hunting world, but my brother and I started talking about it. And actually my brother Chase came up with HALO. The acronym stands for Higher Aerial Limit Outfitter. And we realized we weren't getting any younger, and if we were gonna do it, we needed to make hay while the sun was shining. So we started it, I guess, in 2013 is when we officially started, but there was a lot of work leading up to that from 2011, 2012, and we kicked it off in 2013. Being American made is probably the most important thing that we have in our company as a backbone, as a standard. I think it's something that we have hung our hat on. It's very important to us. Competing brands who import from China or wherever, they can sell at a lot less price and still hit their margins. For us, every jacket's handmade, handcrafted, and the American made play for us was what we're grounded in, is our roots. It's what we've always wanted to do. And we knew it was, long ball. We knew this wasn't going to be a short-term deal, and it was going to be more of a lifestyle deal. And, it just people really getting that and willing to spend the money and buy that jacket that's going to be around to where a dad can pass it down to his son can pass it down to his son. That's the jacket and the product that we want to make. And that was been our biggest struggle, is just having people buy into that. And once they bought into it, after about the third or fourth year, it started just to flow. The average day for me looks probably a little different than most people think. During hunting season, there's no doubt that I do a ton of hunting, duck hunting, deer hunting, obviously turkey hunting. But when I'm not hunting, I'm planning, organizing, doing whatever it takes to sort of make sure that HALO's running from more of a marketing standpoint. And I think hunting for this country means more than most will ever understand. I think it's important to have young kids introduced to the outdoors. The peace that comes there, the understanding of God's great creation. Truly, there's no better time when you're in that deer blind, you're in that duck blind, seeing that sun come up, when you're on the lake and it's like glass in the morning, you're skimming across it, to sort of feel one with nature. And I know that sounds sort of cliche, but to be out there in God's creation and truly understand that God made this, is very important. And for people to understand that harvesting an animal is where we all came from. It's the foundation of who we are. God gave all of us dominion over animals to be respectful and to harvest and to eat. And I think if you keep that at your core, it just goes to show you how important it is every day. Just being out there and taking a young lady or young man out to hunt, to me, again, it's the foundation to our country. It's where we started. It's where we're going to end up. So, to me, there's nothing more important than being in the great outdoors. It is life-changing. I guess the best advice I could give to a military veteran who's going to start a business, obviously, your passion's got to be there. You got to love it. There's so many people every day that go out and want to start a business that they're not really passionate about, and I get it. Sometimes you got to start a business that makes financial sense, but if you can find one that makes financial sense, that you're passionate about, that's the first thing I would do. The second thing I would do is surround yourself with people who you feel like are smarter than you. And again, this is a team effort. It's just like any sport. You got it's teammates that win the championship or win the game. And at HALO, it's no different. So starting any other business for a veteran, I would do that. I would surround myself with people that I know and trust, people who've been there before, and you know, whether that's setting up a board or just calling a few buddies to come meet with you a couple times a month. That's what I would do. I think that's the most important thing. You know, we were very fortunate to have a few guys that we truly had relationships with prior to HALO or in the very beginning days. You know, one is Bryce Petty, one is Jim Kelly, another one's Riley Green. All these guys were friends, sort of doing life with us. Bryce and I actually met through social media. We direct message back and forth, and that was, you know, early in, I guess, 2014, 2015 time period. Jim Kelly I'd known for several years prior to that. We just met through a mutual buddy and started hunting and fishing together. And then Riley came to us through another buddy relationship, and Timber Creek Boats owner, Tyler Pruitt, introduced us, and that was probably 2014, 2015 as well. And you know, Riley and I just went on a duck hunt together and enjoyed hanging out, and you know, sort of grew together. So it's funny how if you truly hunt with people that you really care about, good things happen. And obviously in Riley's situation and Bryce and Jim, those guys were successful in my opinion because they're just good dudes, and it's just funny when good people come together, great things happen. Our brand, I feel like our brand is strong now as it's ever been. I feel like it's going to continue to build momentum. And the reason I say that, we don't define ourselves as the wax canvas, American-made jacket, and sort of beat that drum constantly. We sort of try to get out, live it, lifestyle, hunt fish with our friends, and grow that brand. And we've got some very strategic partners that have helped us along the way. And we think partnering with the right people, doing life with good friends and hunting with good friends, you know, is going to help sustain our brand. And I feel like it's, you know, we're on the up and up, and I expect to keep rolling.
Focal 1, ready 9 line. Type 2 control by Misty 31, 133 NA, 25 feet, vehicles in the open.